Alone, you can put up a fight. But together, you can start a war.
Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to another MVP clip. As you are aware, this week, either today or tomorrow, is going to be the MVP versus MVS event. Now, this event is going to be very competitive, very in your face, very aggressive. We're going to be dealing with a lot of people from MVS that know how to kick ass. We're going to be dealing with MVP's best players and uprising stars like Ray and Dreamlike State and just all the newcomers coming up in MVP now that I think deserve a chance to prove themselves. But we're not talking about MVP versus MVS today. We are talking about the legendary Polo Baby. Now, what can I say about Polo Baby? Because I did this clip before, posted to the channel, but the fucking broadcast said some next shit, so I gotta do it this way. Share and square. Polo Baby is a outstanding MVP member. He is literally one of the best players I have ever seen and I have ever trained. Literally, of the year of 2017, he was the best player in MVP. He was the MVP. 2017 was the year of Polo Baby. And if I could give an award out to Polo or give him more contributions, like I would, because he deserves a lot more than he's already given. But the thing that makes Polo a great player in MVP is that, like, he listens and you know, he understands what he needs to do, and he understands what MVP is as a whole. So once he understands all these different things, he produces great gameplay. Okay, so I'm just gonna get right into his chapter, and I hope you guys enjoy it. For those who don't know Polo, you will know a lot about him after this chapter, because he's fantastic. So I wrote this Saturday, September 30th, 2017, titled Polo Baby's Journey on Becoming the 7th Lieutenant of MVP's 5th Generation. Polo Baby is MVP's most hardly driven player in the family. He's never disrespectful to his opponents or comrades. He was always the individual that carried his team in all worst-case scenarios, but unfortunately, the teammates Polo Baby encountered weren't as hardly driven to help him declare victory. Before Polo Baby found MVP, all he ever wanted was a good team of players that shared his fighting spirit. Sadly, Polo assumed that if he can't find a good team, then he'll create a clan of his own. Once Polo had a clan, he felt on top of the world again with no worries on losing or getting spawn trapped. Furthermore, Polo Baby kept dropping 30 plus kills, leading his clan to victory with all the joy in the world. Until his clan bought Xbox One and PS4. Polo realized once again that he's back at square one with no good allies to support him. So he started to put on his mic and discuss strategy towards randoms. Therefore, despite Polo Baby's influencing his team with encouragement to win, wasn't enough to defeat a family that joined Polo Baby's lobby in Black Ops 2. The family Polo Baby was preparing to face was none other than MVP, such as Royal to Loyal, Young Prince, Rambo the Great, WWFS, Breezy, and the founder of MVP, BlackMacheesemo. Once Cheesemo saw the lobby leaderboards and noticed Polo Baby's score per minute of 355, he started to smile, because finally, after all the victories MVP had that day, didn't really have an individual on the other team that could do anything. So MVP was looking forward for Polo Baby to give us an actual challenge. But when Polo Baby saw Cheesemo's score per minute of 388, he honestly felt his team weren't gonna hold their own. Also, Polo Baby assumed that this MVP clan must have been little kids that think they're good. But once he heard how Cheesemo talks, he gave him a friend request, and the match began. In the middle of the match, Cheesemo was preparing to be number one with the most kills, but Polo Baby wasn't trying to lose no matter how strong MVP was after looking at each of MVP's score per minute. Okay. Once the match started, Rambo the Great pushed middle near the money room on raid, then sprayed his MK48 light machine gun through the walls of the other spawn. Polo Baby got hit markers, so he decided to push right side near the statue, noticing his teammates getting slaughtered through middle by Rambo the Great. Sadly, when Polo Baby pushed outside, he got killed by Cheesemo camping behind a black van spawn trapping. Then, once Polo Baby respawned, he got killed again by Royal to Loyal. During the beginning of the match, Polo Baby was winning 30-8 in TDM, plus Polo Baby kept bad mouthing his teammates because they were feeding MVP free kills. Then Cheesemo dropped his air support of escort drone, stealth chopper, including counter UAV, which made it difficult for Polo to push outside, but easier for Young Prince to get a triple kills in the house near the garage. Polo Baby was noticing his teammates rage quitting throughout the beginning of the match, which motivated MVP to play even more aggressive. So Breezy dropped Swarm, Lodestar, including Orbital VSET, while Rambo called in AGR, UAV, and Hailstorm Missile, making more players rage quit. BlackMacheesemo looked to see who still was on the other team, assuming Polo Baby rage quit. But sadly, Polo Baby was still in the match, which showed Cheesemo that he had tremendous determination. Polo Baby at this point was so frustrated with his team that he decided to do everything himself. So Polo did two strategies that allowed him to kill MVP. The first thing Polo Baby did was use his teammates as sacrifices, which allowed him to get revenge kills while holding down an area of the map to gain more kills. Furthermore, the second thing Polo did was flank around the map to continuously kill both Rambo, Cheesemo, and Young Prince, which allowed him to drop Stealth Chopper. In the middle of the match, MVP was still winning 57-29, which obviously motivated Royal to Loyal to drop Orbital VSET until Polo killed him off his other streaks. On the other hand, Cheesemo dropped his air support again, along with Breezy's Lodestar, which destroyed Polo's teammates like they weren't a challenge. Next page. Therefore, MVP won 75-48. Cheesemo said, "MVP for the win!" At the same time, Polo stated, "Fuck, man. Fuck, my teammates are so trash. Like, damn. They couldn't even get past 10 kills. Yo, Cheese, is there a room you can pick me up? Because apparently, I'm always on the trash teams. This shit ain't fair, bruh." BlackMacheesemo, along with MVP, started laughing at Polo Baby raging amongst his teammates and stated, "Polo Baby, you're hilarious, but we're currently in a full party, boss." Then the next match was starting once again on raid. Polo said, "I swear, bruh, if my team doesn't put in work, I'ma break this game, man. God, I'ma break this game like League Killer. You best do good, bruh, and don't get me started on you, COD Lord." MVP started laughing, and Cheesemo said, "Good luck, Polo Baby." Then the match started, which got MVP excited enough to win the match again. In the beginning of the match, Polo Baby tried his best not to make the same mistakes he did in the last match, so he avoided taking the sides of the map. Furthermore, Polo Baby kept killing both Royal to Loyal and Cheesemo since they kept pushing into his spawn. Then Polo's teammates actually were holding their own. The second captain started to analyze Polo Baby's team's strategy, and literally 3 deaths in between 2 and 3 minutes of the match. Once Cheesemo noticed weaknesses in Polo's team's defenses, he told MVP, "Guys, stop pushing middle blindly because they have good defense. So let's play cautiously. I've noticed Mr. Polo Baby is actually trying to protect his teammates instead of using them like sacrifices. So MVP, let's start dropping our streaks." Breezy said, "No worries, Cheesemo, we got this. but try to work on your air support, and I'll finish them off with my swarm. In the middle of the match, Polo Baby dropped Stealth Chopper, UAV, and Swarm, which surprised the hell out of MVP. Plus, despite Polo killing almost all of MVP, cheesemo pushed right side near statue with Royal to Loyal doing 3rd gen strat, which allowed Royal to drop Orbital, giving MVP the opportunity to drop their streaks of Stealth Chopper, Escort Drone Warhawk by Cheese, Swarm by Breezy, and UAVs by Prince. During this onslaught of streak warfare, Rambo the Great placed a sentry gun in the middle of raid to force Polo's team to take the sides. Whew. Once Polo, along with his team, took the sides, gave a window of opportunity for MVP to get serious kills. The score was 65-55, and MVP had the lead. Therefore, cheesemo got final kill cam with a dolphin dive. Therefore, cheesemo got a final kill cam with a dolphin dive. Polo's team lost once again, but despite the victory, MVP respectfully said, "Great match, Polo." Several weeks later, cheesemo started to invite Polo Baby to join him along with MVP on the front lines, but Polo was still in his clan he created. So cheesemo asked Polo Baby, "How come? I've never met your clan, Polo." Polo stated, "Oh, well, they all bought PS4 and Xbox One, so they barely play PS3 anymore." BlackMacheesemo said, "How long has your clan been going on, Polo? Because MVP is 6 years old and still going strong." Polo stated, "Around a couple months now, Cheese, but from time to time they come on PS3. Then cheesemo said, "Polo, why don't you join MVP? Like, I'm unsure why a talented individual like yourself doesn't have strong comrades supporting you on Black Ops 2. Now, don't get me wrong, there's already two individuals in MVP's 5th gen that have... Sorry, I gotta read that again. There's already 2 individuals in MVP's 5th gen and 4th gen named Savage Boy and Pan, who have clans of their own and in MVP. Furthermore, I'm the founder of MVP. Furthermore, I'm the founder of MVP. This is a place where good and bad players can improve in Call of Duty. Now, even though I'm the founder of MVP, I didn't want to be captain or leader. But throughout generations, things had to evolve, especially my sense of judgment. Now, I won't force you, because whether you want to join or not is your decision. But it would be super cool if you're down to become one of the most valuable players in COD." Polo Baby thought for a second and stated, "Sure, I want to join MVP, but what do I have to do, cheesemo?" The second captain said, "I always loved that question. Well, there's 3 ranks in the family: member, lieutenant, and captain. Also, we have a sniper division called MVS with 3 ranks as well, which are member, elite, and captain. Now, once you show leadership qualities, teamwork capabilities, and determination never to quit, your captain, which is Royal to Loyal, will promote you to lieutenant. Then once you become a lieutenant, you can enter in the upcoming 4th captain tournament in the next 2 years, which is a 1v1 tournament where all past and present lieutenants battle to determine the next leader of MVP." Therefore, Polo Baby joined MVP on May 14, 2016 in the era of the 5th generation. But the tale of Polo Baby isn't over. It is just beginning. Once Polo was an MVP, he noticed tons of 5th generation members that play at the same intensity as himself. But Polo Baby was most impressed when he met the 5 lieutenants of 5th gen. The second captain, BlackMacheesemo, explained to Polo Baby that Rambo the Great, King Hydro, DA, Fragile Blades, and Z Reborn Skittles worked hard to attain their rank. Also, the reason they got promoted was due to their determination to win, teamwork capabilities, their understandings of 1v1s in any gun, and snipers. Polo Baby stated, "That's amazing. I suppose for me to get where they are, I must work incredibly hard." Cheesemo said, "That's correct." During the same day, Cheesemo decided to take MVP to ground war, so he invited Polo Baby, Z Reborn Skittles, DA, King Hydro, Fragile Blades, Rambo the Great, Young Prince, and Royal to Loyal, the third captain of MVP. Polo was so excited to see so much MVP clan tags ready to prove why we are the most valuable players in Black Ops 2. Everyone had tremendous MVP spirit. The match took 4 minutes to start due to players witnessing a whole clan. They instantly left the lobby. So Polo Baby didn't just feel excited, but heavily confident MVP was going to win. Whew. Once the match started, Cheesemo declared he'll have the most kills on the map Drone, which motivated MVP even more to drop intense streaks and take the #1 spot from Cheesemo. In the beginning of the match, Polo Baby played at 120% of his best to truly see where he stands in strength amongst MVP. Polo Baby pushed straight middle with Cheesemo and Young Prince, 27, taking tons of hit markers so quickly. Cheesemo threw a Semtex, killing a sniper on the landing site for a helicopter. Young Prince killed 2 enemies camping head glitch in the middle near Brown Van, which gave Polo enough cover fire to climb the ladder, pushing far right with the fam. When Polo arrived to support the MVP family, he couldn't get a kill, since Rambo and Fragile Blades were spraying their light machine guns, killing campers in the lab. Furthermore, while Rambo alongside Fragile was cleaning up house, DA and Skittles pushed into the enemy spawn to get more kills, which frustrated Polo because usually he's all over the map helping his team. Polo quickly noticed that MVP is capable of holding down any side of the map, especially spawn trapping. So meanwhile, Cheesemo dropped air support, switching the spawn. Then Royal to Loyal was prepared for a spawn switch, was prepared for the spawn switch, which allowed him to drop orbital VSET. But before he could call in Lodestar, Rambo the Great was already destroying the enemies with his Lodestar. Since it was TDM, MVP was winning 60-14. Polo Baby had 14 kills, trying to figure out a way to get more kills with the few minutes left to win. In the middle of the match, Skittles dropped Cheesemo's streaks of counter UAV, stealth chopper, and escort drone, which fired up Prince to call in his lightning strike, gaining 4 kills. Therefore, MVP beat their foes 75-14, and Cheesemo screamed, "MVP for the win!" Also, Cheesemo muted everyone at MVP to ask Polo, "What do you think of MVP, Polo Baby?" Polo Baby stated, "We will become #1 in the world, Cheesemo." Then MVP met an interesting, intensely, highly spirited, and hilariously funny COD player named Cryonic Fierce, who was dissing his team, making MVP piss themselves in laughter. Cryonic Fierce stated, "What the fuck? How did we lose? Man, my team sucks, bruh." Someone on Chronic's team last game said, "Dude, it's a game. Chill the fuck out." Chronic Fear said, Nah, nigga. My team, including you, are fucking weak, bruh. Shit, why am I talking to you, nigga? You went 3 kills and 14 deaths. The other guy said, "Yeah, so what? At least I'm not raging at a fucking match. Like, MVP is good. We weren't. Get over it." Chronic Fear stated, "Bitch, did you just say we weren't good?" Bruh, you're fucking retarded. I swear on God, bruh. Like, try to brush your teeth real quick, cause I can smell the bullshit coming out of your mouth. Nigga, you went fucking negative. Shut your bitch ass up. You're weak. I carried this team. The guy said, "Barely." Chronic Fear stated, "You bitch, 1v1 me. I'm done talking with your ugly self. 1v1 me, bruh." So Chronic left, then joined back saying, "You scared, bruh. You're a fucking pussy." Rotolo said, "Holy shit, this kid's funny." Then Chronic Fierce asked Rotolo if he could join MVP, and Rotolo said, "For sure, man. MVP is open to everyone." And Cheesemo said, "Welcome to MVP, Chronic." The second match was on Yemen and Domination on Black Ops 2. Chronic Fierce continued to make MVP laugh, which showed he had determination to win and amazing MVP spirit. During the beginning of the match, Chronic Fierce wasn't just a good talker, but a great walker as well, pushing B in the middle of the map with Polo Baby, who joined MVP the same day. They showed great teamwork capabilities, protecting each other, trying to achieve their streaks before both the lieutenants and captains of MVP, which gave MVP more spirit to be number one. Sadly, both Polo and Chronic were playing too aggressively, which allowed the enemy to get kills on them. But after MVP captured B and A, allowed them to start spawn trapping the enemy. Then both the second and third captain joined Polo, along with Chronic, spawn trapping the enemy, saving their score streaks for the next round. Young Prince wasn't going to sit around allowing Chronic and Polo to get all the attention, so he kept pushing left side into the enemy spawn until he captured their flag C. Once MVP got all the flags, the spawns just kept flipping, allowing Rambo and Fragile doing second gen strategy to get more kills. On the other hand, DA and Skittles were doing third gen strat, running in pairs around the map with aggression, which gave us a tremendous lead. In the middle of the match during the second round, cheesemo dropped Stealth Chopper, Escort Droid, and Warhog, which took all of the kills from everyone in MVP. Polo Baby was completely motivated to climb up the ranks in MVP, but really looked up to BlackMacheesemo. So Royal to Loyal dropped Lodestar and Orbital V-Set, therefore MVP once again was victorious, beating the other team 200 to 50. And MVP along with Cheesemo screamed, "MVP for the win!" In the months between June and July, Polo was improving very fast, but still couldn't get more kills than the lieutenants or captains, so he continued to play at 100%. Polo Baby joined a custom game of cheesemo, noticing an MVP training session. Plus, Cheesemo was undefeated in 1v1s training the lieutenants. The second captain said, "Polo, I'm glad you're here. Since Royal to Loyal's out of action sadly because of high school finals, I'm gonna have to improve your skills myself. I want you to make your class setup. You're 1v1ing Rambo the Great, the first lieutenant of MVP's 5th generation. Afterwards, we'll all do cheesemo training and call it a day." In the beginning of the match, Rambo was very calm, trying to analyze Polo Baby's every tactic, because all Polo did was rush out into the middle looking for a head-to-head battle. Sadly, Rambo is skilled of 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th gen strategies, which allowed him to easily spawn trap Polo with his Scar H. Furthermore, Polo didn't give up because he waited in spawn till Rambo pushed a little, getting quick kills. So Rambo stopped pushing altogether, which forced Polo to make a move. During the middle of the match, Rambo was winning 21 to 15, proving why he was first lieutenant. So Polo realized that time was quickly reaching 3 minutes. Rambo started to camp upstairs with his MK48, doing the strategy he beat Royal to Loyal with in his member days. But Polo easily kept climbing blue and orange houses, getting several kills. Therefore, Rambo decided to stop camping and push outside to do Royal to Loyal spawn trapping tactic, defeating Polo Baby 30 to 25. After the match, Cheesemo realized Polo Baby's strengths and weaknesses, especially his strongest gun setups and 1v1 tactics. So Cheesemo training began. Cheesemo put 9 bots on veteran against Polo Baby before Cheesemo started the match. He said, "Polo, I want you to beat the bot 75 kills and less than 30 deaths." Polo stated, "Okay, Cheesemo." Then, at first, Polo was rushing the bots, which obviously got him killed with ease. Furthermore, Polo naturally was a great COD player that doesn't make the same mistakes twice, so he pushed orange garage, getting kills, camping inside the garage, and head glitched over red car. By doing this tactic, he dropped Stealth Chopper but died afterwards because Polo assumed cheesemo training was easy, losing the opportunity to get Lodestar and Swarm. Therefore, Polo Baby beat the bot 75 to 49, failing cheesemo training, but no one in MVP's 5th gen beats cheesemo training their first try. Once Polo failed, he took Cheesemo's advice, using streaks that he could gain instead of the biggest streaks in the game. Hey, that rhymes. Also, Polo took Rambo's advice to camp off streaks. So Polo Baby requested a rematch against the bots in this Cheesemo training, which he felt fired up to complete Cheesemo training. In the beginning of the second match against 9 veteran bots on Nuketown 2025 and Black Ops 2, Polo at first played smart, holding down Orange House, gaining his streaks. A few bots pushed in window upstairs, downstairs, and behind in the backyard, but Polo did Rambo's strategy, which showed Cheesemo that he mastered first and second gen strat. Then Polo used his C4, getting a few double kills, dropping Stealth Chopper again, which pushed the bots back enough for him to drop Escort Drone. Once Polo had 2 choppers out, he managed to drop Lodestar, making the veteran bots look like regular bots on Recruit, showing Cheesemo that he mastered all 5 generation strategies in his second attempt of Cheesemo training, therefore beating the bots 75-16, completing Cheesemo training on Nuketown 2025. But after that day, Polo Baby took a break from BO2 for 4 months, returning in November because of school. Whew, I should have brought water. In the months between November and December of 2016, Polo Baby had reached his peak as an MVP member, also beating Chocolate and Mamba Squad. The second captain invited Royal to Loyal, Mamba Squad 10, Chocolate, Atomic Match, Action Online. During the matches online, we effortlessly won match after match. Polo was getting top 3 of the highest kills each game we played. Then MVP arrived on standoff. Atomic Princess dropped Stealth Chopper, taking most of the kills throughout the beginning. But that only motivated MVP to push absolutely harder to get that #1 spot. Furthermore, Royal returned to BO2 maybe for the last time that night, since he has to find the 6th generation on PS4 in Black Ops 3 next year of 2017. During the match, Royal played very well as usual, dropping UAV, counter UAV, EMP systems. On the other hand, Mamba and Chocolate were getting over 20 plus kills, showing their captain Royal how talented they are in BO2. Polo Baby got 30 kills, 10 deaths, putting himself finally on top and ahead of his captains and fellow MVP members, which made Cheesemo proud. Therefore, we beat the other team 75-64. Cheesemo had to get offline to hurry back to PS4 to support the original Lieutenant WWFS in BO3. In the months between March and April of 2017, in the era of 6th gen, Polo returned to MVP, meeting Tranny About, the first lieutenant of 2nd generation. At first, Polo Baby was just happy to be back in action, but once Cheesemo, Tranny About, and Polo Baby got online in TDM on Stronghold, all of us were playing as a strong unit, trying our very best to drop all our streaks first. So Polo kept pushing into the house from downstairs to eventually get outside. Once outside, Polo killed 4 people trying to jump up into the window far right. Then he started spawn trapping a little, dropping Orbital, Wraith, and Power Core, surprising Cheesemo. Then Tranny About started to get efficient kills with his Man of War, missed that gun, letting the enemy come towards him upstairs in the house. By doing this strategy, he dropped UAV, Orbital, and EMP systems. Furthermore, Cheesemo couldn't believe how much skill these 2 legendary MVP members were cleaning up shop. But despite the streaks they were getting, Cheese was lagging. During the middle of the match, Cheesemo's connection turned to a 3-bar, which allowed him to drop counter UAV, Wraith, and Cerberus, getting an average 16 kills and 10 deaths. Therefore, MVP won 100-85 in Team Deathmatch. Polo Baby dropped 34 kills, 8 deaths, and Tranny About got 30 kills, 2 deaths. Now, Tranny About got first place because of his EMP and UAV assists. Afterwards, Cheesemo got offline, but Polo Baby continued to play with Tranny about in TDM on the map Combine, where Polo got 8-man feed and kills. Polo Baby was using combat focus specialist along with his Kuda. He pushed far left to flank behind the enemy team, but got killed by a camper in the spawn with a light machine gun. Then Polo pushed left again near water and flanked middle, getting 5 kills before dying again. But Tranny About, on the other hand, played cautiously, getting Hater, aka Orbital, that got destroyed fairly quickly. In the middle of the match, Polo picked up an HBK, dropping Wraith and Raps before getting killed by a gun that shoots blue bullets. After his death, Polo got an 8-kill feed on Combine, taking first place with 33 kills and 6 deaths. Tranny About got 17 kills, 2 deaths, and Kanglang got 16 kills, 14 deaths. In between the months of May and June, Polo Baby was playing with both the 3rd Captain Royal to Loyal and 2nd Captain BlackMacheesemo online in TDM on the map Combine. Here we go. During the middle of the match, Polo Baby was playing beyond the limitations of a MVP member at his peak. He was showing his captains that his MVP spirit to be number 1 finally had awoken. BlackMacheesemo muted Polo Baby to talk to Royal to Loyal about Polo Baby's playing ability. Cheesemo said, "Mr. Prodigy, what is your thoughts on Polo Baby? Because MVP's 5th gen promotion day is May 20th. Royal to Loyal stated, "I think Polo Baby is a great COD player. Like, he knows where to go on each map to achieve his full streaks. Plus, the fact that he drops the highest score streaks twice in one game shows he's good at pacing himself." Cheesemo said, "Interesting. Very interesting, Royal to Loyal. I feel Polo Baby should get promoted to Lieutenant. He's been in MVP 2 years now. He has earned the respect for both 5th gen and 4th gen. Furthermore, he just dropped GI unit, Raps, and Power Core with ease just a moment ago. I believe strongly he could handle himself amongst the strongest lieutenants in MVP history during the 4th Captain tournament." Royal to Loyal stated, "For sure, man." So in the middle of the match, Polo continued to impress his captains with his raw talent and aggressive playing style. Cheesemo's thoughts throughout the game was how strong Polo Baby became once joining MVP. But Cheesemo felt that if Polo becomes 4th captain of 7th and 8th generations would be... Oh, sorry, my bad. If Polo becomes 4th captain, the 7th and 8th generations would be powerful. Then Royal to Loyal managed to drop Hater, Wrath, and EMP system, demonstrating his strength towards Polo Baby. Now, despite Royal to Loyal being inspired to get more kills than Polo, Royal only stayed positive and humbled that he has such an unbelievable talent in 5th gen, which allowed MVP to be victorious 100-62. On May 20th, 2017, the 2nd Captain BlackMacheesemo called Polo Baby on Facebook Messenger. Cheesemo said that it's important that he answered his phone. Once Polo Baby picked up his phone, Cheesemo said, "Good afternoon, Polo Baby. I hope your weekend has been going good for you. You know, lately I've been thinking about your MVP career. Also, just thinking about all the greatest matches you had alongside MVP or against MVP. You've always managed to never quit and show great teamwork capabilities. Royal to Loyal last week was impressed with your MVP spirit of wanting to have the most kills in the lobby. Plus, the fact that you could hold your own online shows you have great leadership qualities. Basically, what I'm saying is I'm promoting you to the 7th lieutenant of MVP's 5th generation because you always ascend past your limitations. Therefore, remember, now that you're a lieutenant, you can enter in the upcoming 4th Captain tournament. Plus, bring anyone you want in MVP, do their 1v1 debuts, and train members from any generation." Polo Baby was lost with words because of a new position he obtained in MVP. Plus, Polo Baby felt so excited that finally he became a lieutenant. So Polo Baby said, "Thank you, Cheesemo. Honestly, I'll do my very best in this fourth captain tournament and won't stop playing at my very best. Cheesemo stated, I'm looking forward to it, Polo. Alright, I gotta go. There's still a few other members that need to be promoted today, but make no mistake about it, you were the second person to be promoted. During June, Polo Baby made his name known throughout 6th Gen, 2nd Gen, 3rd Gen, 4th Gen, and 1st Gen of MVP. He became one of the strongest lieutenants in 5th generation due to being online every day, plus facing the toughest competition Black Ops 3 has to offer in 2017. A few weeks later, cheesemo invited Polo Baby, Tranny About, Your Face is Bleeding, and WWFS to play TDM on the map Aquarium, which was put on our YouTube channel. In the beginning of the match, cheesemo quickly got 5 kills with his HVK. Then cheesemo got a Tempest kill, which allowed him to easily drop counter UAV. Soon afterwards, WWE quickly went on his own bloodthirsty, allowing him to drop several UAVs. But since MVP was playing so aggressively, put our opponents at a disadvantage. Woo! Furthermore, both Marine partners such as WWFS along with cheesemo were also getting multiple kills with their melee weapons to piss off our enemies. Tranny About quickly dropped Cerberus, which forced the enemy to push inside the house, allowing cheesemo to drop Cerberus and Wraith, putting his team at an incredible lead. Then, out of nowhere, Polo Baby dropped Power Core, Raps, and Wraith, proving why he is the 7th lieutenant of MVP's 5th Gen. Only cause he was motivated by cheesemo's full streaks. In the middle of the match, Tranny About dropped Hater, which gave Your Face is Bleeding the opportunity to drop several UAVs and counter UAVs. Cheesemo assumed that the match wasn't about MVP for the win anymore, because of everyone's determination to be number 1 became a contest of who could drop the most streaks. Also, despite MVP dropping their streaks, they were protecting each other, which allowed cheesemo to drop his full streaks again, which made the score 100-41. Therefore, the original lieutenant got a 6 quad feed for final kill cam with a MVP bat, which is a melee weapon. Polo Baby had 12 kills, 7 deaths. Your Face is Bleeding had 16 kills, 4 deaths. WWE had 20 kills, 11 deaths. Tranny About had 20 kills, 6 deaths. And BlackMacheesemo got 30 kills and 5 deaths. After the match, after MVP's victory, they were preparing for their next match on Breach in Black Ops 3. Now, Polo completely had to take charge, which is why he is one of the strongest lieutenants of 5th Gen in 2017. Oh, sorry, and 2017, my bad. In the beginning of the match, Tranny About dropped UAV in 2 minutes, then Cerberus soon afterwards. While cheesemo was getting melee kills with his Fury Sword, then Your Face is Bleeding dropped counter UAV, giving MVP a strong edge in offense attacks, but Polo Baby kept flanking behind the enemy, building up his meter for some streaks as well. In the middle of the match, Polo Baby dropped Raps, Power Core, and Wraith, all spontaneously, surprising all of MVP, which allowed MVP to beat our foes in literally 5 minutes and 16 seconds. Therefore, Tranny About dropped several Cerberuses. Therefore, Tranny About dropped another Cerberus along with Hater near the end, allowing MVP to win 100-31 in Team Deathmatch, which made cheesemo scream, MVP for the win! Okay, last 2 pages. In between the months of July and August, Polo Baby witnessed something in the MVP chat on Facebook that he assumed was really cool. Cheesemo announced a new unit called the MVP Special Task Force, which is an elite Delta unit made up of the best of the best. Now, despite Polo not making Task Force due to cheesemo having bigger plans for him, Polo Baby continued to play at 1000%, taking MVP to wins that not even the founder of MVP could possibly imagine. But before taking a month break from COD, Polo made his official video in our YouTube channel. Furthermore, while he was doing his video, which currently has 45 views, I think now it has like 88 views now, cheesemo was having a conversation with Tranny about an MLG division for 2018. The second captain asked Polo Baby if he would want to be a part of this MVP MLG division, which goes around the world to face the best players Call of Duty in Call of Duty, and Polo Baby said, sure, I'm down. Therefore, during August, Polo Baby took a break from COD to catch up with his other games like GTA, NBA 2K17 with his friends on PS4. Last page. In the months between September and October, Polo Baby met one of Cheesemo's epic rivals from Black Ops 2. During 2014 of the 4th generation, the person Polo Baby met was Cushface, who joined MVP 6th generation after winning several games in a row with Cheesemo, Polo Baby, Cookie Eater, Boy Bear, and Kangalang 22. During the matches, Polo Baby, along with Cheesemo, were carrying MVP to the win against tough competition, which motivated Cushface to actually take Black Ops 3 serious and have fun. Furthermore, Cheesemo felt that Polo still hasn't hit past his limit until Cheesemo, along with King Hydro, came up with a new unit in MVP called the Royal Guards. The reason Polo Baby made Royal to Loyal's Royal Guards is because he's a very talented individual who aims to be the best. Polo Baby's not cocky or disrespectful to his clan, MVP, but truly believes that one day his generation will become the strongest in MVP history, therefore making him a good pick for MVP Royal Guards instead of the MVP Special Task Force, because that way he could protect his generation along with his captain Royal to Loyal. Lastly, since Polo became the 7th lieutenant of MVP's 5th generation, allows him the opportunity to enter in the 4th captain tournament. The end. So, what can I say about Polo Baby? Final words. Well, for one, the Royal Guards was taking a while to develop because we were waiting on Z Reborn Skittles to get PS4. So I ended up putting Polo Baby in the MVP Special Task Force because I felt that that was the place like that Polo really needed to excel in. That was the place that Polo Baby was going to extend past his limitations near the ending of 2017 that year for 2018. So Polo Baby is not only the 7th lieutenant of MVP's 5th gen, but he's also in the MVP Special oh my god, my tongue. He's also in the MVP Special Task Force, which is an elite Delta unit made up of the best of the best. A rank that is the 2nd highest rank in the entire fam. Underneath, that works directly under the 1st general of MVP, which is me. So, in other words, Polo Baby is an outstanding MVP member. For generations now that don't know Polo Baby, I expect you to listen to this chapter and really see what we do with players in the fam. Everybody in this fam works hard to be the best, and Polo Baby in 2017 was the true MVP. He was more talented than the captains. He was more talented than me. He was more talented than Royal. He was the best player of 2017, hands fucking down. Matter of fact, I didn't write this in the book, but in the 4th captain tournament, even the 1st captain of MVP, when I asked him, who do you think is going to win the 4th captain tournament, he said Polo Baby. But unfortunately, Polo Baby lost to Rage Panda in the semifinals. Rage Panda went to the finals, but he couldn't participate because his internet was down, which, in other words, Spartan became the 4th captain of MVP. But I feel that Polo will eventually become captain and MVP. I think he's destined to. I think he was a member for 2 years. Then he was a lieutenant. He's been a lieutenant now, 3 years? He's been in task force like a year and a half now. So he's going to become captain. But if there's anything you want to learn from his story, it's just to always try to excel. Don't just be an MVP and you're just playing and you know you're going to win. Try to aim to be number 1 like Polo. Because Polo had to work fucking hard. 2 years as a member. He had to work fucking hard just to become a lieutenant. And when he was a lieutenant, he had to work even more hard just to get into task force. Just to get into the 4th cap tournament. So I hope you enjoyed the chapter of Polo Baby. Hopefully the next 2 months I can read you the chapter of Chocolate. because he is another incredible 5th gen member that needs recognition. So I'll catch you guys later. And I think the next clip is going to be the Ray's gonna post a clip today, and then I'm gonna try to organize the event for either tomorrow or later in today. So I'll catch you guys later.